I took one step at a time down the stairway. As the creaking sound got louder, I aimed the gun light around the room.
Who do
I
you think?
froze,
You're a cop or
and the
something?
light landed on something that was moving. It was a rocking chair.
They're gonna
I
probably
got a
cop.
serious pain in my stomach when I saw the back of somebody's head sitting in the rocking chair.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
When the light landed on them, the chair stopped rocking. I ran up the stairs, slammed the basement door shut, ran outside, slammed the back door shut, and locked my front and back door after getting back inside.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and yes, this video is going to be another creepy reaction video. I will be reacting to another Mr. Nightmare's creepy stories. I think all his videos are like about creepy, true horror stories. But anyways guys, I will be reacting to 3 creepy abandoned building horror stories. Anyways guys, the link for this video will be down in the description below. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel because they stories be bomb as hell and he be telling them really good. Anyways guys, let's get on to this video. Oh, 3 what? Thank you to through my life awake. What? Story. Are they true? I don't know they're true.
A long time ago, I very briefly lived with my good friend Ben
Alright,
on
I'm
Quiet
pretty sure
Street in Northville, Michigan, perhaps notable for being close to Detroit. It wasn't the nicest house, or block, or area for that matter,
Well, damn.
but the price was unbeatable for 2 broke young men like ourselves. Ben and I went way back.
Oh hell no!
Like
What the
9
hell?
years old.
What is
At
that?
the time of this story,
It's all
we
bush
worked the
and
same
shit.
job, and rooming together with him seemed like a great idea. On our first day there, we quickly figured out that the creepy-looking house across the street with the overgrown grass and bushes was abandoned, as were a lot of the houses around the area.
Yeah, they all look a
In
bit.
fact, something we somehow hadn't noticed before, there was even graffiti next to one of the front windows and on the fence.
Is he using Google Pictures for this or
Our
something?
neighbors on one side seemed like creeps, and we didn't even want to approach them.
Yeah.
The neighbor on the other side was an older dude, a very interesting hippie-ish kind of guy. His name was Marv.
Hey
He
Marv.
had long gray hair with a matching long gray beard. He seemed friendly at first, I guess, but also very weird and hard to talk to.
Don't
We
talk to
spoke with
him.
him on our second day there after work. He told us the place had been abandoned for as long as he could remember. That night, with the sun almost set, while we were sitting on the front stoop smoking, I looked to the house across the street and felt a little tingle in my stomach out of shock. I stood up, threw my cigarette onto the floor and crushed it. Ben looked at me confused, and I pointed to the window across the street.
Oh shit.
I was pointing at a face, which I saw staring at me through the lone upstairs window of the house.
Oh my god, I see it.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I
Someone
see
at
it.
the window. Ben looked at the window immediately, but I saw the person move their head away before he could see it.
Oh, I give me
It's
chills.
weird. I explained to Ben that I didn't even know if it was a male or female, old or young.
I look like an old
The glass
old
was just
female.
too foggy. All I knew was that I saw the eyes, and they were staring at us. Ben told me I was legitimately creeping him out. He believed me. We ran over to Marv's house to tell him, but strangely he didn't answer his door, even though we saw him watching TV in his tiny, messy living room through the window.
Fake as fuck.
The fact that the guy wouldn't answer creeped us out even more.
Why would I
Dude, what the
forget?
fuck is going on with this place?
You need to
Ben
pack your
laughed,
shit
but the
and
situation
bounce.
couldn't stay comical for long. Ben owned a katana. He brought it to mention and suggested we go across the street with it, break into the house from the backyard, and see what was going on. We were always adventurous, daring troublemakers as kids, so this was our natural response to the situation. When it got dark, we went across the street to
When
the
it got
backyard,
dark.
broke off the board holding the back door shut, and entered the house.
Why? When
We
it got
both
dark.
had heavy-duty flashlights with us to light up basically any room we were in. The house was dusty, decrepit, but surprisingly seemed to remain untouched from the inside. No graffiti or signs of vandalism anywhere.
Oh my
Still,
god.
the place was disturbingly creepy, and we immediately joked that we should get the fuck out of there. But we
Joked?
pressed on. The first floor was pathetically small, like our own. A kitchen, a tiny living room, and a dining room. There was no basement and one closet. The first floor was clear.
That's tiny as
We
hell.
both agreed to check the upstairs. We tiptoed over to the stairs, and Ben, out of nowhere, screamed, "Is anybody up there?" "Dude, why the fuck would you do that?" I said quietly.
For real, like,
Then we both
shut up.
froze in fear when we heard rapid stomping suddenly appear from above us. It was someone heavy, and it sounded like they were running over to the stairway.
Oh,
I literally felt like my heart stopped. Ben, the one with the katana, was the first to flee, grabbing my arm and tugging me with him. We went out the way we entered and ran back to the house, where we saw Marv just standing by his window, watching us. We
Marv,
didn't know
what
to
the
do.
fuck
He
is wrong
just
with you?
intently stared at us as we froze to catch our breath in front of the house. We went inside, decided not to call the police, and moved out literally the next day. We explained to the landlord that the location was just too inconvenient for us, and we needed to leave ASAP. We
What the
drove
hell?
away
Where's
from
that
the
at?
house and never looked back.
That's a really bad location. That's it? Ooh. That shit was creepy though.
So there are a couple of abandoned dorms on my college campus. They were shut down like 15 years ago because
Dorms?
of... Actually, I don't really know why. Anyway, they're abandoned. It's
Ooh, that's
rumored
nice.
that they'll be renovated at some
view.
point, but that'll probably never happen. Naturally, it's also rumored that they're haunted. The school
dorm?
has the windows boarded up to prevent students from going in there. Because I fancy myself an urban explorer who isn't
Shit, what
afraid of
university
getting
did you
into
go
any
to?
trouble, I decided about a week ago that I was going to break in and take a look around. Cut
We
to
need to be
last night.
studying.
I didn't really have a plan per se, other than wear black and avoid getting caught. Security on campus has been tightened recently, but I didn't have any issues getting in unseen. I'll spare you the details, but basically, you'd be surprised what you could do with a crowbar and some vandalism. I ended up crawling in through a first floor
I better be
window.
recording.
I found myself in an empty dorm room, illuminated only by my phone's flashlight. Now, one of the rumors is that the basement is haunted, so that's where I decided to go first.
The dorm
At the time, I
has a
thought I
basement?
was some ballsy explorer, but I can't even express how thoroughly scared shitless I was. This building was dark, old, and smelled weird, and I thought that at any moment, something would come around the corner and tear me apart. It didn't help that my phone battery was being sucked dry by the flashlight app, so I was forced to use it very conservatively. Foresight is not
You
my
had an
forte.
iPhone 4, didn't you?
Anyway, the basement. There wasn't any alleged faceless man ghost, or at least not that I saw.
Don't do that.
This is where
I know what he's
shit
gonna
starts
do.
to get weird. Let me just set the scene. I very carefully descend the stairs. I open the door at the bottom and
Don't do
step
that.
into,
He's gonna pop
well,
something in my
a
screen.
room. A completely normal room, although a little colder and with a stickier floor than I would have preferred, but otherwise completely
I know.
normal. I swept my flashlight across the opposite wall, and there was another door.
Oh.
Probably just a laundry room, I thought. I'll go in there and take a look around, and then get out of here before I piss myself. And then I could brag to my friends that I explored the basement of one of the abandoned dorms. But it wasn't the laundry room. I opened the door to a sea of red on the floor. There was a drain in the middle of the room,
Blood?
but it seemed to be clogged with various organic materials. Shiny, red organic materials. I caught a glimpse of a black pentagon-like thing on the ceiling. And then I fucking ran. Up the stairs, down the hall, and out of the window I busted earlier. I didn't stop running until I got back to my dorm. I leaned in bed, wide awake, absolutely terrified.
Whew.
I managed to fall asleep sometime after my roommate left for class. I got up around 11 o'clock. I found a piece of paper that had been slipped under the door.
Oh.
Did you like what you saw?
No.
It was written in bright red ink. It's gotta be someone just fucking with me.
Oh my god, that gave me
They're good.
chills. No, the
This
fuck, I
is
did not like what I just saw. The fuck? You saw me running. How the fuck am I gonna like what I saw? That was the end of that. Shit.
I'm 16 years old and currently live next to a vacant house.
A vacant
Barely
house?
even a vacant house, more like abandoned.
Oh.
I never knew why the town never made an effort to fix it up and sell
The
it.
house looks nice.
That
It needs
never
to be a
really
little bit
bothered me,
fixed.
though.
It's not a
Not
house or a
until
mansion.
after
That's what I'm trying to
recent
figure out.
disturbing events. My bedroom faces the neighboring house in question, and sometimes on hot nights when I had the window open, I would feel like I could hear
How about the AC
voices
on?
or moaning type
Or a
noises coming
fan?
from the neighboring house. Sometimes I even wondered if those sounds were teens sneaking into the house and having sex. But one night, that changed. It was a Thursday night in July. I was on my bed playing video games home alone when I muted the TV, thinking
I'm
I
always home
heard
alone.
something from outside. I went to my window.
I'm home alone right now, actually.
I gasped when I heard a brief scream coming from inside the abandoned house. It wasn't drawn out at all. It only lasted about maybe a second, and I could just barely hear it. My adrenaline was rushing now. I wanted to get closer immediately. I shut off the lights and TV, took my airsoft gun as a mock weapon, and hopped the backyard fence over to the abandoned house's backyard. I knew the back door was left unlocked.
Why do these motherfuckers always want to fucking explore? Call the cops or mind your business.
Quietly and crept inside just a bit to listen for any more sounds.
Fuck, why would you do
There was
that?
a
I would never
weird,
do that.
steady creaking type noise. It was very low, but
Probably
it
do it the
was
next
evident.
morning or something, but not at
It
night.
was also as dark as it could get in there. I flicked on the light attachment on my airsoft gun and aimed it in front of me, actually feeling pretty cool for a moment. I now stepped fully into the house.
We're gonna see how
The
cool you
sound
feel.
grew louder. I scanned the living room, completely empty, as were the other rooms on this floor. I crept over to the basement door, which was open. The sound was coming from down there. I felt my heart begin to race, and my gut instinct was telling me to turn around and leave now. But I guess my teen boy adrenaline and curiosity got the better of me. I took one step at a time down the stairway as the creaking sound got louder. And when the opening to the basement finally became visible, I aimed the gun light around the room.
Who do
I
you think?
froze,
You're a cop or
and the
something?
light landed on something that was moving. It was a rocking chair.
They're gonna
I
probably
got a
cop.
serious pain in my stomach when I saw the back of somebody's head sitting in the rocking chair.
Don't do that, don't do that.
When the light landed on them, the chair stopped rocking. I ran up the stairs, slammed the basement door shut, ran outside, slammed the back door shut, and locked my front and back door after getting back inside. I went to my room and stood at the window, watching the house. I then picked up the phone and called my dad. He seemed more surprised than concerned when I told him, confirming that nobody lives there. He calmly told me to get the police over there to check it out. When I hung up the phone, I looked out the window again. And right across from me, on the same level, there was somebody standing at the upstairs window of the abandoned house with the window open. I shut the blinds and called the police. They told me to keep watch through my window, and when I lifted the blinds back up,
They weren't
he
there.
was gone.
I knew it.
I just hoped he was still in the house by the time the cops showed up. But of course,
He
just
wasn't.
my luck, the house was devoid of any people or furniture. Well, except for one thing. A single wooden rocking chair in the otherwise empty basement.
Who does that? No, seriously. Is that the end? Seriously, who does that? Like, who goes into an abandoned house, sits in a wooden rocking chair, and just chills there till somebody comes in like a dumbass, and then follows them and try to creep the fuck out of them? Like, you're a fucking creep. That's just that. Like, people got some stuff going on in their head. They psychos. They need some medicine. They really need some Tylenol. They need something, because that shit, like, who does that? Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This shit was creepy as fuck. But like I said, I love these little creepy videos. But still, that shit was creepy as fuck. I just don't like when they pop in my face or loud bangs, so I'm not expecting it. That's why I was putting my hand on it. Cause like, shit, like, I'm scared. I don't give a fuck. This shit's creepy. And I'm home alone right now. Home alone right now. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more. Anyways, guys, make sure you comment, though. Make sure you comment any requests from his videos, too, because his videos be popping. So make sure you guys subscribe to his channel as well. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on my next video.